Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We've got 2 episodes left in this first season in the World Motorsport Championship. It looks like we're going to be safe from relegation, though, like I said, a lot can happen in 4 races, so we'll see what we can do. Really just focusing on trying to get as much of the car foundation built up as possible, really improving the car as much as we possibly can for next season, and just continuing up that path. We do need to get another driver here before the end of the season, so that will definitely be a goal of ours. Any of our staff coming up expiration? Looks like Kelly Shaw will be coming up soon, so we'll have to look at her as well. All right. Check through this. Take the interview. Sure. We'll just keep saying yes to a lot of these because you never know if one of these would be worth bringing in. Although at $1.34 million per race, that is insane. Although he's 34 years old, so... And if we got picked up that other driver that we saw, and she lasted to 34, we could get several seasons out of her. Listening to offers. No, that's fine, Layla. I'm okay with that. Vile, I'm okay with that as well. If you want to do that, break your contract. I wonder, do we get any money if you break your contract? I actually don't know what happens with that. Never had a driver leave me mid, whatever. So we do still have this burnt out driver. They're getting pretty low. We might be able to use them one more time if their mistake percentage was within range. Let's grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. And do we have enough a spot for that burnt out driver? Technically do. We are starting to get pretty high on the mistake percentages, unfortunately, but what you gonna do? 2020 is fine. 1920 is good. And then really just swapping these guys around. I mean, they're burnt out, but they're going to fill a spot for a race, and then we'll probably replace them after this race. So that's going to be okay. Alrighty. Although we could get a 20 tires right now. Would be pretty... And refueling, actually. So that would be pretty solid. Sovalos. Or how long? Can we tell how long they're going to be here? Doesn't say. If they were going to be here for one more race, I would like to get at least one race out of this guy, just to fill a spot. But well, yeah, we'll go for it. Why not? Gearbox coming up in 3 days. Car repairs are done. Ingledew. Wow, Laura Ingledew. I remember her way back when. Alright, we really need to start focusing a little bit more on the performance, I think. Probably split this a little more down the middle for now. Still do a little bit of improvement here, but really trying to focus on the performance as much as possible. I need to start working on this engine, actually. If I can at least get these to 2047, I won't cap out both of them. Probably. In fact, I might not even cap out either of them. If I get them both to 2047, that might be enough to just use for the rest of the season. And then focus on this one for sure. Our best suspension's already there. We're working on the best of some of the other ones. Working on a gearbox now, obviously. There's our gearbox. We went by probably build another gearbox. There's another decent one down here, or one of these two. Got some more sponsors coming in. None of these are worth anything. I mean, $200,000, at least $200,000, but it's not great. And it's for a decent amount of time. But I suppose $200,000 is $200,000. So this one is $370,000 per race. This one is less than $300,000 per race, and this one's already $500,000 per race. So we're definitely taking this one. For this new gearbox, probably want to improve that a little bit. Don't have enough spots for that. The brakes. I mean, every little bit we can get is going to be helpful. Kind of running out of things to improve, aren't we? I think the 79 is going to have to be close enough. Drop that one off. That'll help things a little bit. I'll go back to the equal, a little bit more towards the performance side. It's arguable that these are close enough with the fuel efficiency to be better. We'll keep working on them. My adaptability. So say if it's Layla's, I don't know. Not sure, prove them wrong. Get a little more adaptability out of her for right now. Which I was keep forgetting I was wanting to check out to see. Where do we see what it does? Isn't there a place to see that? So if we go to scouting, is it on here like one of these guys? No. Where do we see? I thought there was a place to see what these things did. I feel like there is, and I don't know why I'm not remembering where to find that. It's not in the HQ, like where it tells us adaptability, is it? I can go. No, it just tells us what they are. I could have sworn there was somewhere. Why am I not remembering where that would be? I love that we're almost capped out on all three of those things. Like, I'm not wrong, am I? There's some place that says it, isn't there? I've got 12 votes. It's going to bother me because I really felt like there was a place that I saw this before. I must be wrong, obviously, or else I would be seeing it right now, right? I mean, this just tells me that stuff. This is actually going to bother me. I must be. I mean, I could have sworn there was some place that showed you what it did. See, this one does. See, okay, why am I not getting the question? Okay, so that does. But this is not, for some reason. I'm not getting the question marks here. Okay. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Hmm. Some keybind that will change it. Well, never mind then. I guess it is what it is. It's weird that, like I said, I can see it for all these things. I bet I can see it for her too. Okay, well hers doesn't show up, but these guys, it definitely shows up and tells you what they are. I could have sworn there was a place similar to this for the drivers at one point. Can't explain why it's not working. Oh well, I'm not going to spend too much more time on it. I mean, I can probably look it up somewhere, but that's all right. %40 chance of rain. How's the car looking? 69, 73. I'm getting there. Yeah, I love that the Layla and like Roland or one of them, probably both of them, have said that we need a better designer. Now the designer's saying we need better drivers. Everybody's out to get everybody. What can you do? Shorter races. Interesting. All right, so gearbox is done. Can we do another gearbox? Probably. Yeah, I'm sure we can. That one's going to get us 1710, 1690. And I wonder what happens if you did both of those. Obviously, we don't need to. But yeah, looks like this is going to be about as high as we can go. So we'll go with this. It's going to give us a decent part. $76. I mean, 76 is going to have to be good enough, possibly. It's just the best brakes we're going to have. It's going to be on Rollins anyway, so yeah, that's going to be fine. So we'll drop you off of there. What about the wing? If that wing is going to be on Roland as well, then yeah, that's going to be fine. Even with increased red zone, I think you'll still be okay. If not, we'll put some more into it. Gearbox will go on. Probably nobody. Actually, I should not have been doing that gearbox, because the next gearbox isn't red either. So these are going to be our two gearboxes that we're going to use. So we do need to put a little bit of time into that. We'll even it back out like we had been. I think it's going to be okay. Really try to max out some of these. These engines are at least good enough. Pretty close to being good enough to use instead. In fact, they probably are actually. 3 points difference is not much. For that matter, we might actually go ahead and just drop them off. And start working on this engine. This is our best engine. So we're working on the best brakes, the best engine. Already have the best front wing. The best gearbox needs to be worked. Oh, we're actually about to get the best gearbox, sorry. These two are being worked on, although we could probably drop one of them off. Just focus on getting the best parts completely maxed out. So we'll do something like that, and that puts us still pretty close to being about the same timing. Alright, so none of these are good enough, so these two are the ones. Like I said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and focus on this, because that's going to give us some better fuel efficiency, which should help things a little bit. This one's not good enough. 61%. crucial, but I still think he'd be able to pull it off with Nurse. So we'll do something like that. I think this rear wing is going to be okay. It's going to be borderline, but I think it's going to be okay. Alright, we'll go with that. See if that helps things a little bit. Not much, but something. Sydney. It's the one that looks like Italy. It's gonna be further to the left over here. Kind of smack dab in the middle and then further to the left. I guess we'll just put handling in the middle. Speed balance right there on the edge there. It's going to be good enough. Softs is good. Or super softs, I guess it is. Pretty long lap on this one. Can't be that far over because if hers ends there, I can't imagine his is far left. So we'll just have to pick a direction for the handling. See if it's good enough. Oh no, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Hers is over here. Some kind of thing. I'm just going to pick a direction for the handling and see if it changes anything. She can kind of stay out right now. Alright, very poor to good, so not too far off. And then we went from good to okay, so we did go the wrong direction on the handling. Good to know. And from good to great. Just the other side of that, maybe. Something like that. Have to bring Val back in. One more time. It's better. No excellence yet, but pretty solid. Good to great. I'll probably just switch this a little bit one way or the other. Okay, the other way. That one needs to go on the other side, maybe? It's hard to tell. Not bad, not bad at all. Good, great. Could arguably get a little more out of the handling, but honestly 98% is pretty solid. not going to get much out of it. We might get half a lap here. Well, obviously it'll be a full lap, but not much. Oh, triple excellent. That at least is good. 99. No, we might get rank 1. Barely. It's going to be close. Oh, come on. Oh, so close. Oh, well. Oh, wow. It's pouring down rain. Thunderstorm. Oh, that's probably the worst weather I've actually seen. Wow. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, we'll just plug those in. It's irrelevant. Both of these are relevant because they're going to go out in wets here in about 5 seconds. In fact, let's just go ahead and change it to wets now because there's literally no reason to start off on those. It'll just waste some time. Unless you take the time to switch back. Please tell me you don't. Okay, good. Man, this is insane weather. Definitely have not seen this kind of weather ever, I don't think. In all the time I've been playing this game. Pretty bad qualifying, if I do say so myself. And of course it's dry on race day. I guess that the good news of that is that we did use up wet tires for, it's going to be a little bit wet there. We used up wet tires for our qualifying and saved some of our better tires for this. I mean, we're at least running slicks for the first, 10 laps? Can we get 10 laps out of our slicks? Barely. We may need to run the softs so that we have time to get to where we need the inners, actually. I think he can run all the way, though. Very, very close, but I think he'll be okay. And again, this goes back to his adaptability being better, so even if we have to switch to inners a little early, it should be okay. And we will go inners. It's not going to be wet enough for long enough to justify the wets. Oh, Layla is leapfrogging up there. What is up with that? I feel like these people on mediums are wasting it because they're going to be needing to switch to inners before they can really take advantage of that. What's the weather? Temperatures? 37. Okay, it's really, really, really cold. So when we switch to yellows here in a second, it will be cool enough to cool down the tires. I mean, even orange is very slowly eking up there. Gonna have to come in here momentarily. No word on your tires yet. There we go. That actually went through that a lot quicker than I thought you would. Or maybe just the weather's coming in later than I thought it was going to. Oosh. I'm not super happy with that. Can we get one more lap out of you? Technically. It's a really bad idea, though. I honestly don't know what to do here. I guess we should have done sauce for him as well. I mean, I don't want to do supersofts for 2 laps. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. The inners are going to be bad. Staying on these is going to be bad. Switching to super softs is going to be... Like, there is no right decision here at all. I should have started off on the softs. That was the right decision. We're going to have to do 2 tire changes no matter what we do, because these inners are not going to last long enough. So we're going to have to try and do 5 laps on some super softs, even though it's going to be a little bit wet. That is literally the only choice. You can be pretty aggressive on these, though. Alright, I realize you want to pit for fresh tires, but you're not going to have enough to get on inners as well. So we're going to at least let you go 1 more lap. Just the way it is, I think. I thought we could make it a little bit closer to the wet weather. It's possible we run slicks at the very, very end. So if we switch her to inners now, by the time she runs out, we might be able to switch back to some sort of slick of some sort. Fortunately, we do have to fill up here. Man, this strategy is not working out for me. We're not going to be able to get enough fuel to stay red. Okay, so we go orange. Probably for the best anyway, for her. No, I know. It's definitely getting wet out there, buddy. We're just trying to get you a little closer. Alright, we definitely need to pit now. It's going to be tight on these intermediates, but we can run them pretty low. So I think we just switch to intermediates and just run them as far as we can. But again, arguably we could do some sort of slicks at the very, very end. I have to run you on neutral for most of this because we got to try and conserve your inners as much as possible. Again, although if we do try to do the slicks at the very, very end, then maybe there's that. I mean, it's almost dry enough for slicks here soon, so maybe we do need to swap back. Yeah. Do we go slicks? I think we do. Fuel's going to be fine. Parts are about as good as they're going to get. I'll leave him out on inners for now. I am not super happy with the way this race was managed. I mean, I think we just finish it as is, but I'm not happy. I think he's going to be fine on his tires for 3 more laps. Definitely got the fuel. I mean, she's got the fuel. Let's just go ahead and burn it. I mean, you have to deal with the tire wear, my friend. It is what it is. He almost got one less lap than he needed. That would have been perfect. And he dropped down fast. See, that's the thing. I mean, we should have just swapped out the tires. Ah, terrible mismanagement. But not much we can do about it. I really didn't want to pit for like 4 laps left. I mean, that just... If we had a fast car and I knew we could kind of get back into the things, then sure. But we have a slow car, so the way we're going to make up time is by having less pits. And one more pit just would not have... I just don't think it would have helped us at all. 5-point gap. We may lose 8th, but at least I think we're going to avoid relegation. Still close, though. We still got to be careful. Lose a little bit of happiness, unfortunately, and marketability, right? No, the happiness stayed the same. Marketability went down very, very slightly. Alrighty, what we got here? Yeah. Etc., etc., etc. Sure. It's all about the race. Sure. Pit crew. So you are burnt out beyond really usefulness at this point. Especially if your mistake percentage is relatively high. Actually, your mistake percentage is not as high as some of these other ones. Maybe we leave you out there for one more. I mean, I know I've got a couple guys here that I could pick up, but... Especially this 96, 17, 17. But the longer we can get out of this guy, that's more money ultimately we save. And a 12 on a fixing is fine at this point. 1920 is good. Definitely something better than the 6, though. Yeah, tires are looking pretty rough. Car repairs done. Now, just focusing on reliability on that one. Which does mean we have a lot more performance points going in. Some sponsor. Finally get more than one offer on that one. That's good. 27 lap races. I actually don't know. This will benefit low quality teams. Sure, we'll vote for it. We'll put a couple points into it. We got a few points. If it will benefit us, then so be it. Does give first place less time to get ahead of us, right? Would have passed anyway. A couple of people use their extra stuff on it. Mellow, race mechanics. Let's go check out the car real quick. Yeah, we're only up to 42 on this one. It's got a long ways to go. Might have it for the last couple of races, if even. Really need to start focusing as much on the performance. So honestly, the last 2 races, we'll probably just accept things are they are. If they're not high enough in reliability, then they're just never going to be. In fact, how much time do we have left? We have about a month left, which does mean we really need to start focusing more on the performance side if we want to max out the performance on all of our good parts, because even that's still 28 days after the race. We also need to drop off the gearbox, or sorry, the brakes that we're not going to have for next season. We really just need to focus on next season parts at this point. So that's the best. That's the best. Already have the best. This is, oh, we're about to get the best, sorry. That's the best. And we've already got the best. Okay. So yeah, focusing on this as much as possible at this point is what we have to do. Hey, we actually finally have 3 offers here. Goodness. I mean, there's still the ones that we like, but... Alrighty. Those 2 are going to have to do. Those 2 are going to be fine. Those 2 are going to be fine. 42 is not that great, to be honest. But I think it is what it is. So we're just going to leave that part alone. This is basically as good as our cars are going to get for the rest of the season, it looks like. Again, just trying to hold on to 8th if we can. If not, we still get just as much money for 9th. So not really that big of a deal. Rio. This is a sunny looking day so far. No rain. Alright, it's going to be somewhere over here on the left-hand side. This one's going to be over on the left-hand side. This one's going to be probably somewhere closer to the middle, sort of. Just leave this one right here on the edge. That one's going to be on the edge. This one will, sorry, not that one. This one will maybe put over here on the left. Something like that. This guy we're going to put in the middle because it is going to be somewhere over there. This will be over here on the left. This one's probably going to be in the middle as well. All right, here we go. Vile's getting a little bit of gray in his hair. Has he always had gray in his hair? I actually don't remember. All right, so the downforce we really don't know, but it's probably going to be closer to the left or right, I think it is, based on the other driver. Obviously handling just a smidge over. Speed balance, I think, also was further over this way. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Yeah, downforce I was right. Nope, I went the wrong way on speed balance. That's all right. Actually got worse. So did it go wrong direction? Downforce, which is interesting, seeing as hers is that direction. We did get excellent on handling though, and obviously we went the wrong direction on speed balance. Got a couple of them at least. Very poor to good. Presumably a little bit more. Stay out there for now. Still not quite getting hers in. Try something like that. Probably too much on the handling, but we'll see. You're both back in. There we go. Oh yeah, triple excellent. Nice. I have a little bit of time to get some qualifying out there. Probably at least rank 1. Doubt it'll be much more than that though. Nice 6. Not great. I would love to try and sneak a little bit more out of it somehow. Oh, we might not get rank 1 after all. Well, that's a shame. Oh well. Not like it makes that much difference. I mean, the best 16th and 19th, right? That's kind of where we've been. If we were a bit more competitive, I would be a bit more concerned about it. It's a cloudy day. Is it going to rain? Nope. $99 looks good. 97, a little bit better. I mean, the fact that our cars aren't going to get any better, we're probably going to start dropping down a little bit, especially if the other teams are improving their cars instead. You know, while we're kind of holding off on improving ours. We're improving ours for next season. That's the thing, though. So we're kind of accepting where we're at for this season, and then just trying to improve our cars for next season. Really just hoping I can... I mean, I don't need 8th. 8th is irrelevant compared to, you know, 9th and stuff like that. But I would love to be 8th because it would just help me feel better about how we kind of overachieved a little bit. It's always good to overachieve. But I feel like we're probably going to be tough getting 8th. Let me see something real quick. Do I want to change tires here? 28 laps. We're only going to get 9 off of this. I mean, if I did super softs and softs, I can do a single pit stop. Could almost do it with ultra softs and softs, but not quite. So I think we will go super softs. Get the single pit stop out of the way. You might be able to pull off the ultras and the soft. Yeah, you're going to be fine. So you'll start on ultras, pit a little bit earlier, but go softs, and then just hopefully single pit stop. Probably need to be a little bit less aggressive on the tires past the first lap or so. Oh, Layla getting a purple for the set. What? That's insane. Not expected. Go down to push real quick, and then I mean, it's 78, so we're gonna go down to yellow here pretty quickly, and then probably leave it on yellow for the rest of this first stint. Just get as much push out early as possible, get as much positioning as possible, and then really just sit here on this. Although looks like even yellow is gonna cap us out. Wow. Never mind. That's going to burn through some tires a lot quicker than I meant to. I was trying to play it safe, but instead, we actually kept pushing it. I mean, it's going to be okay, I think, but wow. Wow, Layla in the lead. I'm impressed, Layla. You came to race, girl. Now we're going to stay on green. Just really trying to conserve this. Try to get at least 10 laps with him. It's going to be close. Alright, I thought I'd get a message from him already, but I didn't. I assume it's coming, though, so we're going to go ahead and switch to the softs now. And now we just need to put as much fuel as we can, right? Because... goodness, I can't do math in my head. 21, I think? No, more than that. Goodness, it's more than that. It's like 25, isn't it? I think it's 25. Which does mean we'd have to go down to orange. Oh, 23.4. Wow, I was way off. So actually 23 laps is going to be pretty close to what we want. We'll have to go orange for a little bit of it, but that's fine. We'll start off on red for now. I'm gonna go push. Nothing higher than that though. Okay, we'll drop you down to orange here momentarily. Yep, so sauce, can almost do super sauce, but not quite. And then we're gonna go 16.5. Probably 16. Not fixing anything. All that looks good. Fast. You're gonna stay on orange for the rest of the race. Unless you have to drop down to yellow, but we'll play that by ear. Get down to the 5-lap spot, see where we're at. And Roland not doing well at all. Okay, I mean, I get your readout is bad. Guess we're dropping down to yellow. Sorry, my dear, we tried. Not having nurses, huge, huge deal. That's 5 laps when we cross the line, although we're about to get lapped. Roland is about to get lapped. There he is. So he's actually going to have 4 laps left when he crosses the line. So Layla has 5, so she's going to be on yellow anyway. Roland has 4, which I guess means he can stay on red. Man, we are doing terribly this time. I mean, Roland just cannot catch the people in front of him. And Layla is just about to have her engine blow up. Last lap. Roland's got just enough fuel for it. Go up to push, because why not? Wow, man, Roland just couldn't pull it out this time. Layla's saving us a little bit of points. I mean, we're still average above the purple guys, but we're behind the orange guys. So they should be catching us, I would imagine, after this one. I bet they got enough points. Oh, we're only 4 points ahead of them. But, I mean, they're catching us. I mean, I think if he continues to have one driver that's ahead of us, and even if the other one runs below us, he's far enough ahead that they're definitely catching us. But we're staying ahead of Esprit, which is good. So we're going to hit 9th, I think, by the end of the season. But, again, avoiding relegation was really the biggest goal that we had. 8th would have just been kind of a little bit of icing. Say Rowan's morale is going to be dropping. But at least the chairman's happy with us. Alright, well, there's our save, and then gearbox built as well. Well, yeah. We're going to put a cut in there when we come back. Last episode, right? Yeah, last episode of the season. See if we can hold on to 8th. If not, hey, 9th is still safe. And we're going to keep working on some parts for next season. So I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.